I'm Bill Anderson.
I'm Nancy Anderson.
And we've been married 49 years. Well, fortunately, I had a good father. Wasn't perfect, but he was good. And I had the opportunity of working with him. So we were recently married, and we prayed long and hard and made lists of pros and cons to come back and work for my dad. And the only two things that were on the positive side of the list was I would get to know my father better, and we would leave York County. Your friends is people you spend time with, and those are the people that get to know you and you get to know them. So getting more time with my father, I got to know him better. And I think as I compare my earthly father with my heavenly father left me a book, the Bible, that if you read it, you understand his everlasting love, even though everlasting is a word that doesn't really compute to an engineer, because it always existed and it never ends. To know that there was no beginning and there was no end, but that's what the word tells us. And that's what's exciting as you age. I've already spent more time on this earth than I have left. But what's coming is more exciting.
Okay, so everlasting father. And a father to me is a protective figure, a provider, and everlasting father. This is a father who's going to do it forever. And everlasting is not a concept that a human can actually understand because we have no experience. One thing I do know about everlasting Father is each one of us have an everlasting. Each one of us will experience forever. And what you do with Jesus Christ during your life determines where you will spend your forever. If you choose Jesus Christ, you will spend your forever with him in heaven. If you choose to reject him, you will spend your everlasting apart from him in hell. That's the choice that you get. And you make that choice during your lifetime. So what you do during your lifetime really does affect your everlasting. And I think back, I've been a Christian for probably over 60 years. And there have been many times Christ has been, I should have died. I should have been taken home. But God has preserved. I mean, there was a time we had a house fire and we were sound asleep and the house exploded. We shouldn't have lived. I got hit by a car right before we started dating. And crossing the street, got off the bus, crossed the street with 5 other people. This woman hit all 5 of us. You know, there have been several times, God has been that protective Father, and each one of those situations has taught us something about him that we needed to know and has prepared us for life with him.
I think for me, I realized that God has a plan. I don't always know what it is, but I trust him. Have you read his word? His love is from beginning to end in that book. And the more you study and peel back the onion skins, the more that you find that he is love.
If you don't know him, you haven't experienced him as a father. So you can't know that love. You have to submit, and he will show himself to you. He wants you to know him.